Hey everyone, this is Clarinetgamer here, and welcome to my 2-year channel anniversary video, which will be getting put up by tomorrow, so hooray for 2 years. And as you could tell, I'm going to be doing a demo disc on this. Now, this is not the next demo disc in the demo series I'm going to be doing. This is a different one, completely different in order. Like, this is a special one, and you'll see what I mean when it comes up with the title. Here it is, Racing Special. So basically, this is my Q&A session. I'm going to be doing my Q&A session on this demo disc because I feel that this demo disc has hardly had any videos up on YouTube, and I feel that I would take advantage of that and just would be one of the first to do not only an LP on this but also a Q&A on it as well. So before I get started with the questions, I'm going to go for the demos. First off, we have Gran Turismo, the first one, Circuit Breakers, Colin McRae Rally, Destruction Derby 2. Now, just a hint to note, I cannot play Destruction Derby 2 on this because I did a test of this demo earlier, and of some of the demos up to Destruction Derby 2, and when I tried to play Destruction Derby 2, I ended up freezing the demo, or freezing the PS3, so I had to manually reset it, and I wouldn't want to do that because it would ruin the video. So no, I'm not playing Destruction Derby 2 unfortunately. So moving on, we have Motorhead, Rage Racer, Scars, or SCARS or whatever, but Test Drive 5, Taka, and that's the same demo I would imagine on number 10, which was up not that long ago. And finally, Wipeout 2097. Okay, so we'll start with the first demo, Gran Turismo 1, and let's get the questions up. So here we go, here's the Q&A session for my 2-year channel anniversary. Let's get Gran Turismo started up. Okay, first user we have is BaconGamer1, and he asks, so first question he asks is, who are your favourite YouTubers to watch? Now, that's a good question. Basically, as Gran Turismo starts up, I'm going to be doing a bit of name dropping obviously in this question. So my favourite YouTubers to watch are, well, obviously members of the New Renegade Order, you, BaconGamer1, Rich Renegade, Pro Silverlight, Sebastian, who else? Crystal Fisher, Hypersonic X2, they're my favourite YouTubers to watch mainly. Well, PSXU as well, not forgetting about him since he does demos as well. Digital Masterpieces. Basically, everyone that I've been like frequently commenting on videos. Okay, just showing a replay, I'll just skip that. And next question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, in 5 years, I can basically see myself at, well, I'll basically be finished my education, I'll go to Quick Arcade. And I'll have finished my education, and hopefully I'll go into a job in music, and I'll just go for easy, and hopefully I'll still be able to use YouTube as as a hobby. Well, not only as a hobby, but also maybe like a part-time thing, since like I have advertisements and stuff on it. But overall, I'm just doing it for fun. I'm just saying that now. Okay, let me just turn that down a bit on my headphones. Okay, what cars do we have? Honda, Chevrolet. I'll go to Subaru just because I can. Standard and automatic, of course, and just go for this one. And next question, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, for that one, I'd probably say a job in music, but I don't know yet. So, next question, favorite game you have in LP'd? Well, that's a bit of a difficult question actually. If I were to say a favorite game I have in LP'd, it would have to be the rest of the Crash Bandicoot series. Now, this is a bit of a difficult thing for the Q&A. I have to look at the screen and look back at it at the same time. Okay, now how do you change the screen? Ah, that's how you do it, right. Oh, the steering is kind of sensitive, but yeah, a favourite game I have in LPJ, well, I have to say, well, if I were to say which one it would be probably be the rest of the Crash Bandicoot series, because they are my favourite games. But that's all I can say for that question, and hopefully I'll be able to look back at the screen. Do you plan to stream ever, which is question before? Well, technically, I kind of streamed in the way in the past for like my 500 video, and also for I Want to Be the Guy, because I'm streaming locally to my computer. But if you mean streaming to other websites such as Twitch or YouTube or any other website, it's possible. It may happen in the future, but I'm not sure when though. So that's basically for question number 4. As I'm trying to go down this corner. What is your most hated game and will you LP it? Well, I'm playing I Want to Be the Guy at the moment, so that pretty much sums up that question. I do hate the game. I like it and I hate it at the same time, because I mean, it's a very challenging platformer, and I hate it because it was cheap devs. That's why I hate the game, and I'm LPing that at the moment, so... Oh well, game over. Right, as it shows the replay, I'll just... if I know, I'll just... exit the demo. Okay, question number 6. Favourite music to listen to? Well, that question, I would have to say it would be... That's a good question. Anyway, I'll back off from that, and... It would be... well, just any music in general that's like catchy, or like something like, well, classical music, which is pretty obvious since I play the clarinet, but also like, I've also been getting into folk music as well, thanks to the folk group at college that I've joined. Anyway, let's move on to the next demo, which is Circuit Breakers. And also I'm into jazz music, rock music, pop music, any music, basically, as long as it's like catchy or stuff like that. That's pretty much all I have to say for that question. And final question, the Bacon Gamer 1 asks, how was your school experience? Well, my school experience was pretty good, if I were to be honest. Circuit Breakers is starting up. I made a lot of good friends, I'm still keeping in contact with them, and overall my school experience has been pretty good, if I were to say so. I mean, I have had some good experience in subjects in the past at school, like English, maths, French, music, all that kind of stuff. Okay, English. Okay, drive to any desk. I'm assuming it'll be one of these. Stop on any desk. Press select for one player game, and okay, I'll move on to the next question. But thank you very much, Bacon Gamer 1, for your questions. Okay, one player game. And moving on to the next user we have is SoggyDam1, aka my brother Daniel, and he has 2 questions for me. And okay, I'll just press select on this track. And the first question he asks is, what inspired you to do... Oh wait a minute, I've got to select something, don't I? Okay. Okay, I'll try to look at this. What inspired you to start doing LPs? Basically, it's just because I like playing games in general. I figured, well, ever since people started doing it on YouTube, I figured maybe I could do it as well. So that's what really inspired me to start doing LPs, is I do like gaming, and gaming is one of my favourite things to do in life, as well as music and, like, well, other things. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, if I were to say so, for what inspired me to doing LPs, just I like gaming, and I saw other YouTubers doing it. I was like, oh, why not? I'll go and do some LPing myself. And second question, as I crash into the corner, which generation of games do you enjoy LPing the most? Good question, that one. If I were to say so, it would be, what button is it to use? Oh, okay, it's that one. Okay, whoa, jumping on very constantly. Oh, don't fall off the... oh, god. Which generation of the games? It would have to be... I don't know, PS1 games I really enjoy LPing the most, because I mean they're quite fun, especially the demos. That's what I'm playing at the moment, but 7th generation games as well I like playing. 6th generation? I don't know, if I were to say a top 3, it would have to be... Number 3 would probably be 6th generation. Not saying I don't like it, I do like it, but it's just I couldn't decide a top 3. And... again, and that was oil I just laid down there. And... number 2 would have to be 7th generation, because I like playing the new games. I like, well, blind LPs for the experience. So with me never playing it like off screen and me doing it on YouTube just to show off my reactions to anything, any cutscenes or anything like that. And number 1 would be 5th generation, because, well, PS1 games, as I said before, fun to play, they're classic games, that's all I have to say. Anyway, I'll try to stay around this corner and... Okay, right, I'll fall off there so I can scroll down the next questions. Okay, the next user that we have for the Q&A is Buttons Vids. And, oh god, I'm crashing constantly, this isn't good. The first question he asks is, do you think Kratos shouldn't be allowed for PS All-Stars Online? Well, if I were to say yes, he shouldn't be allowed online, because I mean, well, or in fact, even better, anyone who picks Kratos Online for PlayStation All-Stars should take a questionnaire, a survey, saying, are you truly going to do more moves than Kratos and just using the chains constantly and tapping square? That's what I would have to say about that. Fill in the question there. That's what I would say to that. And there's a going up high again in the circuit breaker car. I quite like this game. I mean, it's pretty fun. Even though the track is kind of slippery, because I mean, it's a snow track, of course. I mean, what do you expect? But anyway. But overall, if I were to say, should he be allowed? Okay, I sort of took a shortcut there, inadvertent. No, I don't think he should be allowed for online, unless if people are really going to truly use Kratos like fully, like his full moveset, instead of spamming. The spamming shouldn't be allowed, but Kratos I think should be, because I mean he is one of the Sony's most recognised all-star characters. Okay, last place, okay, I get it. Right. The next question we have is Marvel or DC? Good question. If I were to pick, I'd have to say it'd be... Okay, Circuit Breakers presents the world's first add-on disc if you... Okay. I don't know. I'd have to say Marvel just because, I mean, I do like more characters in Marvel than I do like DC, because like... And that actually moves on to the next two questions. But I have to say Marvel overall. 3 favourite Marvel characters. I have to say it'd be Iron Man. That'd be definitely 1. Thor. And Spider-Man, if I were to say. That would be my 3 favourite characters. I do have more favourites like the Hulk. And... Okay, moving on to the next demo, Colin McRae Rally. I might get these questions done before this demo's finished, you never know. 3 favourite DC characters. The DC characters, well, first one, obviously, Batman. Is my overall favourite DC character. Second favourite, will be Superman. And then, third one, it'd have to be a villain, and I have to say it would be the Joker, would be my next favourite. Okay, question number 5, and Buttons vs actually asked the most questions here. He's got 9 of them. Number 5, 3 favourite PlayStation exclusive series. Good question. For this one, I would have to say Uncharted, Jak and Daxter, and if I were to say the original Crash Bandicoot series and or on a snowy track again, I was hoping it'd be something different, but okay, and it'd be the classic Crash Bandicoot series for PS1, and I'm just saying that counts right now. And oh god, don't flip up! Oh no! Oh, bad start. And okay, what's the next question he asks? Number 1 fighting game. Well, I really don't know what to say for number 1 fighting game, to be honest. It's very difficult, that question. It's a good question. I will give him credit for that one. Okay, 15th place. Oh god. Okay, ended up doing a spin of Rooney. Booker T reference, so if any of you get that. But number 1 fighting game, it would have to be... Oh god, don't flip over again. Right. Or if I were to say I would change that question, number 1 fighting game series, I would have to say, well, from what I played, it'd be Tekken. Because those are my favourite fighting games. I mean, Street Fighter I've really never played before. And Marvel vs Capcom I need to play at some point. Okay, I'm up last place. Oh, wow. I'm really kind of close here. Oh, god! Okay, note to self, do not go on the snow slopes. Anyway. Question number 7. What game do you reckon you're best at? Well, if I were to say... I don't know, it'd probably be the Crash Bandicoot games if I were to say that'd be the best games I'd be at. Although I don't know if I'm really the best at any games, to be honest, but if I were to say it'd be Crash Bandicoot. And, okay, what's question number 8? Are you getting the PS4 or the Xbox One? Well, just to say for that one, I'll be getting the PlayStation 4. I'm not going to be getting the Xbox One because, you know, well, Microsoft completely screwed up in the first place with their Xbox One, and they completely reversed the DRM policies because they were worrying they weren't going to make enough money with it because of their DRM policies. And yeah, but the DRM policies, yeah, but also they kind of screwed up in the first place, but also because they weren't the generation of gamers just weren't ready for the big jump yet to the future. for the Xbox One and the PS4.